Welcome to Cooking with Ngozi. If today is your first day watching this video, welcome to my family. In this episode of Cooking with Ngozi, I am going to be preparing for you guys melon seed with spinach, aka egusi soup. Very famous in West Africa. Super famous soup or dish. For this recipe, the ingredients I'm going to be using are salt, seasoning cube, pepper, melon seed aka egusi, red bell pepper, stockfish, blended shrimp, bitter leaves, red oil, pre-cooked goat meat, pre-cooked stripe, pre-cooked cow skin, and my broth from cooking the goat meat. Let's get cooking. Okay, the first step is pouring in your red oil. This oil looks so beautiful. And you give it time to heat up. We're not going to bleach the oil, we just want it to just heat up a little bit. The next step is to pour your red bell pepper blended. I blended it with some of the pepper here that I had earlier. So you just pour it in. Get every part of it in there. I only used red bell pepper. I actually don't use tomato, and it's starting to look good. The next step is to add your stockfish. Now you want to put it as early as possible. The reason why I'm putting it early is so that it will soften by the time the melon seed gets in there. Fish sometimes takes a while to get soft, so you want to put it in early. And then you put your blended shrimp. Oh, I love blended shrimp. And your seasoning cube. Throw that in there. And of course, some salt. I love to use my hand when I'm putting in my salt because it allows me to see how much I'm putting in there. After I put the stockfish, I let it fry for about 5 minutes, and it's looking real good right now. You can see it's kind of drying up. It's looking real good. Now the next step is to add my melon seed aka egusi. Egusi is so nice. I love it. It's one of my favorite soup actually. And you stir it up. Stir it up, you mix it up real good. If you are anemic, try and make this dish. Just follow the steps. And again, don't forget, so the next step, I add my broth. Not so much. From cooking the goat meat. And if you want to know where you can find goat meat, you can find goat meat at any store. Even in Kroger's, in any store. So you mix it up real good, and you're gonna let it cook for 20 minutes. Now, between that 20 minutes, we're gonna be going back and forth, checking on it. So if it dries up, we put more water or we put more broth in it. Now, you can use water, which I'm still gonna use water in making this dish. It's very important to allow your melon seed, aka egusi. I can't help but say aka egusi because egusi is a famous name in West Africa, and like I said, this dish is from West Africa. So it's very important for you to let it cook well. A lot of people cook it halfway. Let it cook. You know, the longer it cooks, the better it tastes. If you pay attention to this dish, if you have ever made this before or if you have ever tried it, it tastes better by the day. You know, if you cook it today, it's okay, but the next day it always tastes better and better and better. You know, the older it gets, the better the taste. So that means the longer you cook it, the better it'll taste. So now we're gonna check on it. See, the water is drying up. I'm gonna stir it up. This is not the type of dish that you put on the stove and you go watching TV, or you go watching what your favorite show. No, you gotta stay with it, because you gotta keep stirring, you gotta keep turning it. If you don't stay with it, it's gonna burn, and you don't want it to burn. I don't want my soup burning. You don't want your soup burning. All right, so we're checking on it. You can see the water is drying up. Like I said, we're gonna cook it for 20 minutes, but within that 20 minutes, you gotta keep checking on it, because the water is gonna dry up and you need to put more water in it for it to cook. It has to cook for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, then you'll be done. But don't cover it and go watch TV. Stand right there with it. All right. This is actually my third time checking on it within the 20 minutes. So that means you gotta stay with it. Gotta stand with it. It's not rice. All right, so we've let it cook for 20 minutes. Look at it. The oil is now on top. It looks gorgeous. It looks beautiful. The next step is to add the goat meat. Yum, 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 yum. I love goat meat. Turn it. Then the cow skin, aka bomo. Bomo. All right, come on, bomo. Mama doesn't want to cooperate. Then you add your stripes, aka shaki. Oh, shaki is so good. Melon soup without shaki is absolutely wrong. It's looking appetizing, and then it's making me hungry. Looks really good. And the last step is the bitter leaf. Now, you can use spinach, you can use any kind of leaf you want, but I love bitter leaf because bitter leaf helps with reducing sugar. Again, so if you're struggling with diabetes, bitter leaf. Nigerians, Igbo, call it onubu. Some Igbos call it onubu or onubo. So when you put your leaves in, you let it sit for like 2-3 minutes and you're done. 2-3 minutes. So we're gonna let it sit for 2 to 3 minutes. Oh, voila! There goes your egusi soup, melon soup with bitter leaves. And remember, you can cook it with any kind of leaves that you want. Look at it. The oil is on top of it. That is a sign that your soup is done. If you're looking for a sign that your soup is done, always pay attention to the oil. When the oil starts to show up on top of it, it means that the soup is done. Now, this melon soup is beautiful, y'all. This is making me hungry. All right, this is gorgeous. to give it a taste. My favorite part. Time to give it a taste. I've dished for myself. Now I'm gonna be eating mine with pounded yam. Again, you can eat this with rice, boiled yam, boiled potatoes, banku, kenke, eba. You can eat it with any kind of swallow or however you want it. But today I'm eating mine with pounded yam. Yes, I know your mouth is watery right now, but I'm eating by myself. I wish you were here actually to share with somebody. Let's give it a taste. It's so good. This is really good. Try this recipe. Don't forget to go to my website. If you want to make this dish, go to my website to get all the instructions on how to make it. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Cooking with Ngozi. Make sure you tune in next week to see our next dish. Thank you. This is so good. Did I say I got some pomo, or should I say kanda? And that's cow skin. So good. It's really good. Are you cutting?